Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. And today I proudly present an in-depth review without starting the engine of the brand new 2020 Porsche 911 Carrera S. Ignition key is off to the left, but the actual fob looks like this, shaped like a car. So you just have to have that in the vehicle, then turn this one notch to switch on the ignition. When you do, you are greeted by this beautiful chime. So over here we have the high beams and turn signals. You can turn on automatic high beams when the auto mode is engaged. Over on the left, near the ignition, are the headlight controls. So it defaults to auto on each ignition cycle. Pushing that turns the headlights on manually. This is a toggle switch, so it turns on and off the rear fog lights. Parking lights. To switch off the lights completely, push and hold. It gives you a confirmation chime and warning once the lights are off. Back to automatic mode, and it retains the setting that you selected for automatic high beams. For the time being, I'm just going to leave the lights off. When you shut the door, the seat will crawl forward if you have that setting engaged. Over here we have the new gear selector. Pull all the way down for drive, up or down halfway for neutral, all the way up for reverse, and press the P for park and press the M for manual. Down here we've got more seat related controls, so ventilated and heated seats for both sides. This controls the top. And then this right here controls the sun visor. And it is a one-touch automatic, so yeah. So this opens and closes the sunroof, and this will just crack it open. Up here we've got interior illumination controls as well as emergency SOS. Here's the drive mode selector. I'm going to go through the different modes. So it's currently in normal, and that's the default on every ignition cycle. You can change it to wet, sport, sport plus, and individual. You can configure individual. Over here, we've got two configurable buttons: hazard lights, traction control. If you push and hold, you can turn traction control all the way off. So just pushing it once turns it into sport mode, and you have to go back to on and then hold again to turn traction control all the way off, if you so desire. Suspension characteristics, so that is sport and that is normal. Temperature controls, so that adjusts the driver's side, and this is for the passenger side. You can also push and hold. You also do have auto mode. And then to turn the climate control all the way off, just push and hold down on the fan speed. So this is to manually adjust the fan speed. Decent glove box storage. So here we have the infotainment screen. So you can go between your navigation menu, set your destination, pull up your favorite destination or your home, which a lot of people might use that for. So this button here, or this is for the volume. You hear your skip keys, front and rear defrost. And then this over here is to scroll through the buttons if you didn't want to touch the screen. There's also a back button and an options button. So here, if you want to set your individual mode, you can configure start stop. So start stop is currently off. With this configuration, you can make the exhaust louder, raise or lower the spoiler. You can also change the chassis characteristics from normal to sport. So what this does is it fine-tunes the engine, also the transmission for longer shifts. Takes longer to shift in automatic mode. So you guys can come with me. Climate settings, so you can turn on and off the AC. Recirculation mode, auto recirculation. I want to just leave this off for now. You can also adjust the airflow over here. Vehicle apps. So useful stuff like gas stations, breakdown calls, parking, hotels. And that's a shortcut for, your radio, navigation. Sound settings, so this is for like EQ, balancing. Also other sound options found here. You can set driver profiles. Vehicle settings, so you can set your locking. You can have the mirrors fold in when you lock the car. Lock while driving, so when you exceed 10 miles per hour, the doors will lock. Confirmation tone, so the car will honk once you lock the doors. Comfort access, so this is what I talked about in the beginning of the video. When I closed the door, the seat crawled forward, and the steering wheel will also adjust down. So, other vehicle settings include lights and visibility. So, interior lighting, you can set the delay on that. You can also adjust the brightness. You can either adjust the wheel or use the plus and minus keys, whichever to your liking, or you can opt to use this wheel instead. So now, you can also adjust whether it comes on when opening the doors. Now for the exterior lighting, you can turn on and off the high beam assist altogether. You can also adjust the exterior light off delay. You can also have the mirrors lower while in reverse. Assistance systems, so park assist, can adjust the volume and have it automatically activate. Active safe. So what this is your collision warning and distance warning. So if you're getting too close to somebody, lane change assist, you can turn the brightness up or down. And lane keep assist, you can turn the warning off if you'd like. You can also adjust the intensity of the volume. Speed limits, so that is what this is. Displays in the corner over there. And so you can also have a warning turn on for when you are speeding. So it tells you to slow down if you're going too fast. So once again, high beam assist, wet detector. System settings, so date and time, units, voice control, language, warning signals, software update, format system memory. Bluetooth settings, in-vehicle owner's manual. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn on the lights, rear fog lights, and the hazards. And also pop the hood. Alright, I just figured that out. That's to open the hood. Then the button to the opposite of it is for the trunk. So this is not a hood, this is actually what most people call a frunk, so it's a front trunk. The hood is actually in the back, so it looks like this is the part that moves. You cannot really see the engine, but it is a 3-liter flat 6. Has 2 cooling fans, so this is where you can put oil, and that is for coolant. Oil recommendations, specifications up here. Third brake taillight. It's got this running light that goes across the back. And this is the rear fog light right above the S. LED license plate illumination, and there's the rear camera. No side turn signal mirrors, but as you can see, the front side marker lights also turn on as turn signals. It's got full LED interior and exterior illumination. With PDLS and PDLS Plus. And the tires are Goodyear Eagle F1s. Premium only, as expected. You can also configure this button. So just press it. If it has not been configured yet, you can assign a function. Like, for example, you can turn on and off the sport exhaust system. Because as you can see, I don't see any buttons for that in the center console. You do have paddle shifters on the back of the steering wheel, wiper controls, cruise control, so that's to accelerate, that's to decelerate, cancel, resume, and that's to adjust your following distance when you turn on the adaptive portion of the cruise control. This indicator up here indicates that the adaptive cruise control has been turned on. Down here behind the cup holder, we do have the parking brake. Just pull up to apply. Press down to release. And right here, center storage. And some ports back here, USB, SD card slot, and a SIM card for a data connection. Couple rear seats. So you can also configure these buttons here. So for example, say you wanted that to be the sport exhaust system. Could also have, so if you wanted to change what this button does, you can push and hold, assign a new function. So for example, you can have that button assigned to the navigation, for example. Or you can have it cancel your traffic notice. Or you can have it change your source from like FM to AM to Sirius XM to Bluetooth, stuff like that. Same with button 2. So I'm going to have this one be for the turn off display. So if I press that, the display goes off. Press it again, it comes back on. And that opens up the sport exhaust system. You can also turn up and down the volume. Press into mute. Voice command. And that's a skip button. Phone. So when you press this, that lets you adjust between this screen and this screen. So right now the ring is on this screen. So if I scroll down, so that's the speed limit. Current road position, or so current drive mode. And I press this again. Now we're on the right screen. Trip information, navigation, sport chrono, G-force meter, tire information, drive modes, and vehicle information. And then this black button here is the sports response button. So just press it. Starts a 20-second timer for sports response. You can cancel it, and then you can renew it once it's done. Well guys, that pretty much wraps up this in-depth review. So if you enjoyed, smash that thumbs up in the face, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications, do what you do best, and peace out till next time.